Salutations! Soapboxing4Rinoa, Episode 8. This one is all about franchises. Now, as you've seen on my channel, I've already done Let's Plays on X-Men the Arcade game and the Simpsons one. Both really popular franchises that got a lot of fans playing those games. This episode is basically what franchises I like and believe would probably make for great arcade-ish console beat-em-ups. So, I've come up with my top 5 ideas for this. I don't watch much in movies and television these days. I'm mostly going off what I experienced back then. With that said, here's my list. This first one will probably never, ever happen because it bombed in the box office, and Nintendo has a real tight leash on this one, I'm sure. Not that it's ever stopped Capcom from giving us Street Fighter the movie the game. You know, you people bitching about Ultra Street Fighter 4, you know, it could be. Anyway, but number 5 for me goes to Super Mario Brothers the movie. This one's high on the list just because as a kid I sort of wrote down how this game could have gone. Pseudo beat 'em up with shooting and driving segments. Yeah, as a kid I basically made a 2-player version of Bayou Billy, just copy-pasted elements of the movie on top of that. You know, something like that. If something like this came to consoles, though, 4 words. Lou Albano Mario DLC. Actually, I think that's 6 words, because downloadable content DLC. Anyway, they did well enough to get action figures, which I had as a kid. I know that. And I never questioned why Luigi was Hispanic, ever. Because I trusted the fungus, damn it. I trust the fungus. Number 4 started off as a romance novel that had its share of fairy tale, comedy, and action. Rob Reiner would later turn it into a movie in 1987, simply known as The Princess Bride. So a movie that would have all these different aspects, I believe should have a game that's equal in that regard. This action, RPG, open worldish exploration, kind of in the vein of Assassin's Creed with some actual dungeon crawling, fencing, battles, the navalry, all that stuff. Of all movies I like that could have been at least a continuous television series, this could have done that as well, or at least the setting. Who knows? Like the whole Dread Pirate Roberts thing, maybe some history into that or whatever. Number 3, I feel would work better as a console game in the same vein that Rockstar gave us The Warriors on the PlayStation 2. That's $10 on PSN, by the way. Get that shit if you haven't already. But this one goes to Berry Gordy's The Last Dragon. And no, I don't want the remake. I want Vanity, not Rihanna. Thank you very much. Samuel, I love you, but the late Julius J. will always be Shonuff, the Shogun of Harlem. Busta Rhymes may be a close second. I don't want to try not to spoil too much on this, but this was this 1985 cult classic with Motown, music videos, martial arts. This game could have it all. A game based on this. You know, the Warriors game, what they did to make that longer was delve into events that took place before the actual proceedings of the film. I'd imagine The Last Dragon could follow suit like that, like Leroy, the main character, like as a kid, starting his mastery of Kung Fu, working his way up, and reaching the final level, culminating in that big battle at the end of the film with the glow. I think Rockstar could really make this a hit. It also could make a hit my number 2 pick, a flick in 1986 that inspired Mortal Kombat in some way, at least one of the characters in it. Now, while this failed in the box office, this was another big cult following flick, probably even bigger than number 3. And this one's John Carpenter's Big Trouble in Little China. Like The Last Dragon, we could easily get some pre-film history in on Jack Burton and Wang, how these two met, how Jack got the Pork Chop Express, what it even is, you know, the history behind the Wing Kong and the Chang Sing, how Lo Pan came to be, all that. You know, a lot of material could go into making this a really robust action game. And now my number 1 pick, I've done films for the most part, but I'm going straight anime on this one. How do we not have a game that's based on Ronin Warriors? Seriously, it's one of the greatest mysteries of all time, in my opinion. It's like, how come California rolls is one of the best things I've ever eaten? I don't like avocado, but damn, that's good eats. Alright, you fans know that one episode where Ryan Rowan are against his army of Dynasty dudes. Immediately say, like, Koei, you're like, I want that. I want that game. I know there was that thing on scrub lords that had the running gag of that one episode where they, I think they did an episode of Sailor Moon. They wanted to do a, what was it, Kickstarter for a Mugen Ronin Warriors fighting game, which I like. I still think, after seeing games like Pirate Warriors and Ken's Rage, Koei could do an anime game like this justice. Other choices that didn't make the list include Kung Pao Enter the Fist, again, Rockstar, maybe Way Forward, throw that in there, I don't know. You know, they do pretty good on licenses, I'll throw their name in the hat. Also, games based off anime side stories that were based off games themselves, like if Street Fighter 4 just had alternate outfits from Street Fighter 2 Victory, you know, burn some muscle, you know? Or if the last Fatal Fury could include Loudcorn Godimus and his flunkies from the third Fatal Fury movie. Also, as a kid, I wished Konami could get their hands on the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers and give us just the 6-player arcade cabinet game just based on that. How awesome would that have been? Man. Whew. Anyway, if your favorite movie, TV, anime, comic franchise aren't on this list, it didn't make the list, let me know what you want to see made into a video game. Aside from the obvious. Okay. The brony thing. I don't see why everything has to be ponies. Are bronies the Borg from Star Trek where they just assimilate all things into ponies now? Is that what's happening? No, it doesn't work that way, okay? I tried that when I was younger. I had a thing, I had a sense of crush with Britney Spears. Everything was Britney Spears, like, everything. It didn't end well for me. I honestly feel like the dad in that Apple Jacks commercial asking why kids like the taste of Apple Jacks if it doesn't taste like real apples. The kids never even gave me a straight answer. They're like, we just do. Fuck them! Okay? Fuck that answer! You know what? No. I'm not attacking the fan base, just... can we not make that the new Rule 63, okay? If it exists, there's porn of it. If it exists, there's ponies of it. Just, oh, no. Not all the time, okay? I'm not attacking bronies, I just... not in everything, okay? Just... it doesn't work.